Hey guys, Monday, September 21st. Got pretty cool last night here in northeast Georgia, down to 40. It's that time of year. Fall's coming. Got into Creek Sunday and pulled a few things out. These came out of the fish dam site. I tried to do a video up there, but it's so far back in, the internet signal is so poor that the video just wouldn't work. So anyway, I keep trying. On a good clear day, sometimes I can do a video up in there, but wasn't able to yesterday. These are some of the things I brought out yesterday and thought I would go over them real quick. And we'll start right here with this piece here. This is a piece of, I think, mostly granite. And what this piece is, I believe, is what they would call a Warren club. And this piece would either be hafted or inserted, more than likely inserted. But I've got several like this. It's got the rounded end on it up here, and probably was inserted into a stick like that. But it's really not worn at all. Very, very, very little wear on it, and that's a good indication that it was probably used for worn purposes, not an everyday tool. And they take this part off. That's not unusual to see. They take like half the stone off there. See where they've chipped it out. Not unusual to see that method of tool making either. But I believe that's a Warren club. And I think this was another piece that was used for Warren. This is what I would consider a pick. Again, this would probably be an inserted piece. Inserted into a stick like this. Or possibly hafted. It's thin enough to be hafted. Could have been hafted, like that. But I'm not real sure, but I do believe that was probably something that was used for Warren purposes. Doesn't have much wear, a little bit of wear on it, but not much. And I call these long pieces, I call them picks. Here's another interesting piece here. It's just it's an axe head that more than likely was inserted. See where they chipped it all out to form it here. So it would have probably gone in a stick, and it would have looked like that. I don't know if this thing was used for Warren or not. It's got a little bit of wear on the bit end here, but pretty nice piece. I find these pieces fairly often, but I don't find them as in good a shape as this one is. That one's in pretty good shape. And here's a pretty piece here. It's kind of a reddish quartzite. And I'm not real sure about this piece as far as the use of it, but I'm thinking it might have been a chopping tool. I think they may have just pecked the top off here and maybe used it for chopping. But I'm not 100% sure. Got it kind of divvied out, kind of tapered towards the back end there, so I don't know. A lot of pecking work right in through here. They may have hafted it in there, I don't know. Polish this down up in here where they did all this pecking work on it. I'm not sure on that one. Here's a piece I'm pretty sure was another inserted piece. Nice piece of quartz. It's yellow like this because it's been, it says patina. I think this might have been a worn piece here. It have been inserted in a stick like that. See where they've chipped it all down. Both sides. They kind of chipped it into a point up here. That's a nice piece in good shape. Again, this is what I can be considered a worn club here. Kind of see where they pecked the top down on this piece. Polished it off. Bunch of pecking marks there. And I believe this is a big ceremonial piece. This is a big piece of stone with a lot of mica content in it. This material, I think, is just too soft to be used as a tool. You see how they've worked this stone down on the top. Got a little bit of a break in the back right in here, but most part it's intact. See where it's been ground down on that edge. Here's an old piece here. And actually, I believe this, this is an axe, a hand axe, what I think it is. It's got kind of a hook in the back right here, and I've got some like this, some other ones like this, and I think the way this thing was done, you can see where it's been chipped down on the top here. I think that finger right here would lay up there like that, and this finger right here I think would just go in that hook back here. Just help, kind of help with the grip on this thing, and I think they would just chop with it. So actually, I think that thing was actually handheld. See that hook on the back? But could have been hafted piece. I don't know. It's kind of grooved out a little bit right in here, but I think it was handheld. I think it was held just like that. It's an old piece. I don't know how old this is, what time period it came from, but this piece has been around a long time. See the pecking marks in through here. Here's a pretty interesting stone here. It's real red. It's a piece of quartzite, but it's whatever they crushed with this, they've crushed something red. I don't know if it was ochre or just what it was, but really kind of stained this rock red in a lot of different places. I'm not sure. It could have been, like I say, it could have been used for crushing ochres. But that tip right there is really, really worn where they've used it. And I guess they just would, it's dark right there, so the fingers were probably right in there, or the palm. I'm not exactly sure how they held this piece, but whatever they were doing with it, it was red. So anyway, and it's just a different type of hammerstone here. Actually, you know, it looks somewhat similar to that, but the big difference is you see the edge here. It's all broke off and worn off here and blunt. So this is actually hammerstone. They've taken and tapered it down in the back, and they put a groove right in here, and that's where your thumb would go. It's kind of grooved out right in there. So it's kind of be held like that, and they would just strike other stones to make tools. It's dimpled out in the back here too. So it's actually a hammerstone. See how it's all worn off the edge there, and that's from striking other stones. But I don't normally see hammerstones that are shaped like that. This is pretty unique, neat shape. And here's a really nice piece of quartz. It's a grinding stone here. Got a lot of work done to it. It's got that little palm piece right here. Be held like that, just used to grind. Put a little bit of oil on here so you can see all the work marks on this thing. Bunch of pecking done on this thing. And that's just grinding surface there. It's a lot smoother than any other part of the stone. Pretty piece. And I'm not 100% sure on this piece here, but it's got all these facets on it right here, here, and here, and that's like ground into a bit. See if I can get this thing looking a little better. You can see the bit on it. I mean, it's got a nice bit. So I don't know if this was used as like a hand axe or just what it was. I believe that's what it was used for the most part. You see the chipping and pecking marks here on that surface. Polished off on this side. Could have been a grinding stone. I'm not real sure. Just real symmetrical in the work done on this piece. It's another one of these real big pieces I said I'm not going to bring home anymore. When I got looking at it, I said I gotta have it. So home it came. I think that was a hand axe. It's got a nice bit on it. I mean, I really don't know how they would have held it, but and this is the last piece I got, and this is a type of sandstone. It's a sandstone grinder. Really flat surface on it. Be held like that. Two little finger notches up here and really nice edge on it. And just rubbing and grinding. Alright guys, that's what I got for tonight. I got a lot of other stuff I need to get cleaned up, and we can take a look at it another night. But Again, I always appreciate you guys tuning in to my channel, and I hope everybody's well out there. We'll talk with you later.